Hey, this is Jared over at eCarrierCheck, and I want to talk about our auto assistant. How do you scale up a small team to answer a bunch of calls? Well, today we're at a local freight brokerage, and I'm excited about this because they have a Sprinter van load from Denver over to Fort Collins. It's just a load of plastic bottles, one pallet, 5 foot by 4 foot by 5 foot, really simple load. And so they're letting me in so I can watch and how this all works. The ultimate goal of our auto assistant is to be able to answer calls, scale and horizontally scale your team, but at the same time, how do you hire the safest carrier? How do you hire the most competitive carrier? And what if one of these carriers that calls in is already one of them that's set up? Okay. So, guys, I'm going to push go and we're going to start to see our site go live. I'll talk through it, but we're going to post this up. Denver, Fort Collins, Sprinter van. How this works on our site is you post this up, you tell our site all about it. They're open till 3 o'clock today. They're closing at 6 p.m., but they want it delivered today. We're picking straight cargo van. You see, I put the dimensions in here, the 400 pounds. We do an open bid strategy, and what that does is that's going to help carriers understand where those rates are so that everybody can be competitive. And then you can see if we come in here, it's a load of plastic bottles, and we're going to post this up so that our middleware technology will take over. Now, just to give you kind of some of the understanding of how our utility works, is at eCarrierCheck, when you get Logistics Plus, we give you a phone number that you put on DAT and truck stop for high call, high volume lanes. Okay? And when you activate this, those carriers are going to hear this message. Okay? So I'm going to activate this, then I'm going to go on DAT and I'm going to push post. You can see we already posted this up, or we're getting ready to. And we're also posting this up. And now we have that load posted up. In a moment, if this is a hot lane, which it should be, we should start seeing calls come in fairly quickly. So we'll give it a moment here and we'll start to process these calls as they come in. All right, so we've posted that load, and now you can see all these people are calling in. All these people are carriers. They're all calling in. You can see some of them have caller ID. Some of them have forwarded. They actually just wanted to talk to an operator. But now you've got more people calling in. We've got 4 people calling. And if you're a small team, how do you do this, right? So some of these people are selecting the lane right now. Some of these people are wanting to talk to a person. Some people will hang up. We understand those percentages. We totally get all that. You can see these calls are coming in fairly quickly. In fact, at this point now, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 calls coming in. And some of these people are reading these lanes. Some are talking to an operator or going into the brokerage themselves, which they're all aware of how we're doing this. And so we're just working through this process right here. But you can see all these people are calling in. You'll see our caller ID working. And as they start to utilize that auto assistant or put their MC or DOT number in, then from there what will happen is we'll start to gather rates for you. We'll start to gather their DOT information, and you'll see those things pop up right in our database. In fact, you'll see, okay, this guy's put his DOT number in. And so if we come in here, we got more calls coming in. In fact, wow, there's a lot of calls coming in all at once. This guy's wanting $500, okay? So you can see how this all works. It's a really an incredible system. Once you get that lane set up, you can see, okay, this guy just called in. Here's his phone number, which matches here. You know that that's actually the right person. And we can actually, let's see if there's any more lanes or rates coming in. We'll give it just a few more minutes here. But really an interesting way of answering those calls. So if you're a freight broker that has hot lanes, you can see how effective this can be. And we have a lot of people that use this every single month. You can post up to 3 loads at once, and these calls are just continuing to come in. People are still constantly reading or forwarding into the system. This guy just put his DOT in, and so we'll see some more rates as we go. So kind of exciting to watch, to be honest with you. But also at the same time, if you didn't have this kind of technology, how would you answer these calls, right? How do you answer all these calls? So we have 2 responses. We got 2 of 500. You can see they're straight cargo van guys, straight truck guys. They're out of Denver. Yeah, we got another guy at 400. These are just live. It's going to be a real-time thing. So Once we've gathered enough rates, there's another one, 450, 400, two 500s. You can see we're still getting more calls. Once we get enough rates, obviously the effect would be, okay, let's take it off truck stop, let's take it off DAT, and let's just reach out to those people. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll just go ahead and take it off DAT. We'll take it off truck stop. And in this particular case, we'll just get rid of this load, and then we will close this lane. Our technology will stop. We have enough rates. You can see how we have one for 400, 450, 500, 500, 500. And what's happening behind the scenes, by the way, obviously you're not hearing the phones. They're actually working right next door here. We just are able to patch in. And then from here now, maybe you want to call, this guy back and have a talk with him. These guys, though, maybe you don't want to give them. And what we can do is actually just select this. Our platform is that utility. We can actually just decline, just let them know, hey, this load was canceled or that we used another carrier, and we can send that out. In fact, I'll deselect this because I know they'll probably end up calling this guy, and we'll send out a text to this other guys and just say, we used another carrier, and those people will get a text right away. So, guys, check out eCarrierCheck.com. We do demos on Monday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. I appreciate your interest in eCarrierCheck. Have a great day.